Oh, okay, I should probably hit the chatting button, huh? Hello, hello. We are up. We are running. It is a Monday afternoon. It didn't take me that long to actually figure out what I broke and why I couldn't get Bills of Eternity to open. I installed a bunch of mods at the end of last week, and obviously one or more of them is conflicting. Oh, hey, Dead Man. Thanks for the raid. I don't know why my alert box isn't playing literally any. I could fuck with it later. Who knows? Maybe I'll just install some custom private primary very expensive stream. Who knows? Somebody else's data and animations. Something I could pay for. Whatever. Could actually not fix the problem. Who knows? Or I could recreate all the scenes. One of these things I'll fiddle with later. Like I messed around with Cloudbot earlier. I don't know how to prove that, but you know, I spent a bit of time messing around with Cloudbot and figured out why I don't think it was actually working for a bunch of the time. Who knows? Back up and running. Yeah, I went modding. I don't think there's anything suspicious on the monitor. But okay. I went modding. Hey Mako, good to see you tonight. Yeah, that should do. I went modding my override folder that I turned into a temporary folder, so it won't load it. And we got the community patch for extra icons, keywords, typos, all sorts of good stuff. Boost to modware to make her more powerful if you keep her soul. Something that makes it so the final boss doesn't get skipped, which I'm actually a little sad about. Doesn't work, so I'll probably do a bunch of messing about to see if I can get it to actually accept and run with mods, which is usually a last known good configuration and then divide and conquer. You separate them into like half and run half. And if that half works, cool, everything in that half is good. Magic. And if not, something in that half is broken. Divide and conquer. You halve that half until... Or you just hope. You do a quick Google and say, does this mod fuck up? Kill us. Do these mods work together? Although I did do a search and they're supposed to. And we don't get an error message, just blank screens. Anyway, everyone's 2 cents was something I was looking forward to the most, which is... Hey, you know when it like asks a party member to say something, everyone chimes in now. That's all. That's lovely. Come now, that may be too many of your teammates talking at once. I find that difficult to believe. We love every one of them. Absurd. Never. Improve Beast of Winter's soulbound items, the ones Adair are wearing. You know, like, sure, some of them would make it easier, like non-suicidal meteors. Alof's favorite level 9 spell no longer damages him. Still damages allies, just not him. And the polymod, which was sent to me by a couple of people. I believe Deadman won, though Corey was happy to accept it was mostly a draw. I think that's the most accurate way of saying it, so, you know. Yeah, of course, real heroes don't wear underwear. Which is essentially a copy of the thing that I installed via Steam Workshop, but it would have worked at the same time. We do our best. Anyway, it's been a Monday, that's for sure. This year continues to be a year, but I will live. I started watching an interview with the vampire. Real gay show. Real gay. Very lovely indeed. And if we thought, you may not have thought it's possible, but my desire for vampires, and more vampires has increased even further. And I could do with more vampires, please. Gay vampires, sassy vampires, vampires who aren't able to do much. Work out how to dinner. Well, you did great. I hope dinner happened for you. It's very important. Dinner. It is still a surprise, yes. Like, cheers to Luxie who has resubscribed. My alertbox failed to tell us, which is a shame, but you know, we should all shout out the people who are happy and able to give that sort of assistance. I'm happy to avoid having ads for a bit. It's funny how they do that, you know. It's that capitalism business model. Make a free service, mostly free, What was the upshot of having the file explorer? Exactly. We were looking at mod conflicts. I was explaining why I couldn't get the fucking thing to open at first. I was a little worried. But now we're opened fine by removing all the mods. We could fix mod conflicts and go through the troubleshooting process, but that sounds... Alright, that's not terrible. Let's go ahead. Watch how terrible I am with file management. New folder. I almost got to break that. Oh, that's good. I hope you won't be too lost. Alright, I think the community patch is most likely to work. Prince 2 cents. The final boss. The enhanced user interface, I think it's what breaks it. Poly. Do that. Move everything else. I don't even know what GJJ is at this point, and I think I remember saying to myself something like, I probably won't forget, I think we'll be okay. And I've immediately forgotten. I should never trust myself when I'm like I do. Close. Steam Modus is not running. And run Steam again. I'll let you watch the black screen and we'll see if it comes up. Delivery order. I believe you have moved house somewhat recently, which means you are not... Oh no! Bad internet, how are you going to cope? Also inputted, so... We got the things I wanted the most. I think we're fine. Shouldn't complain. I have bad internet at the office, and I have worked out very strange ways of getting to a mediocre but decent internet. Anyway, my point being about you moving house means that there should be more delicious and different and new, exciting things to experience in your food area. Your food area. Okay, so if we hit continue, gonna break. Loading a save with mods. Hold on. Give it a minute. There's no background music right now. I need to move the fuck. Wish I could reorder that, but I don't think I had this little. I should only have 2 things on the mixer. It friggin' sucks how that happened. Not your fault either. It's just renting. Even I think I'm a bit spoiled when it comes to internet as well. I've got fiber to the premise. No, sorry, to the node, not the premise, and it still has a decent speed. There are only a few times where I've had to tell people, "Hey, stream is going to take precedence. I'm sorry about you streaming stuff from my server. That may have to stop for now." I mean, the connection issues with Stranger of Paradise on Wednesday night, like, I don't know what caused them. They were not, like, full. Background music when game is starting up. Yeah, exactly. That's why my main response was, wait a minute. That opening overture is fucking loud. We know it. The developers know it. Josh Sawyer knows it. The composer Justin Bell also knows it. But also, out on those first opening movies does not open your config to say, put the music lower, which I often do. I fuck with all the sound settings immediately, even if I'm just playing by myself. See? Music's at 32%. Anyway, we went to Picardo's Observatory. We read a really cool, like, parable, short story, fable, something like that. Ugh. I mean, their parents. Isn't bad internet kind of traditional for them? They could be running entirely off 3G. Don't tempt them, they will. Parents are like that. But Mom, they don't understand how important the internet is. Good internet is for the workplace. How dare he? I should cause trouble and demand that the Professor Jimbles take precedence. No, don't do that. Anyway, you got up to the break of last week, which was pretty good. In short, the most things you'll likely have missed is that we went to Bacana's observatory and noodled around and found Consul Horde again, and one of our pets. Again. Fuck you, Lich. Now we're gonna leave. Get out of here. I had a pork roll for lunch. Well, lie to her and say you're getting her a better deal.
Kinda hurts.
Just steal it. Like this. This enchanted diorama shows a different island than the one you landed on. A minuscule figure paces atop. Cute. What does it mean? It's just cool, man. It's set dressing. The players are getting investigated for ages. Yeah, we'll just tell them that every time they investigate the table, I'm going to tell you this. Tell them the same thing over and over. Sorry, lol. Not actually an issue to run into that sort of... I've only attached set dressing to this. Can't hold it against me if it doesn't have more secrets than exist. That's a frustrating thing to hear occasionally, though, but not quite as bad, not quite as frustrating as, like... feeling like you're investigating something important for an hour or two and then getting told that there's nothing useful. My God, I have a set of headphones that still mostly work. And you're welcome to them. Mostly work. They've got duct tape on them, but they still work, and they've just lost a small amount of audio fidelity because tweeters die. Excuse the dog in the background. It is the same dog as last time. No. Having a time. Hey, another plague chip. Learned our lesson. We hate it when we do that. Shoals. Sorry, it goes. Ashen more. Gretorix. Good deal with Gretorix. I don't even know who this fucker is. But Slam Shadows is the toughest, most badass pirate captain in the entire Deadfire. Hey. A Sud Rathan Longship. Alright. He's a good dog. She balks a lot. You can't stop her. Gonna put. It's just, he's gonna fucking charge, isn't he? Full position. Get close to attack. Alright, fine. Fuck you. They're terrified. They knew that I would blow them apart with my sweet cannons. The sweetest of cannons. I've been playing Stranger of Paradise solo. Offline. Just repeating the same missions I've already played. Leveling up a few of the classes. I cannot get enough of that game. Why are the fire giants just chilling? Yeah, what do you do? Maybe these are the Rathan, right? Boom. Well, clearly that's not gonna work. Oh, fuck. Get him, Alof. Get him. Run a checkpoint.
This does not work.
Look at my boy. Look at that. Oh. So proud of the little guys.
Just like that.
When you're casting buff spells from a distance, that's what you're for, man. Alright, good job. Triumphs of the Felsuit. Well, that was hard. Thanks, lol. Oh, it's a pirate's life for me. Hey, they charge shadows too. We're in Magran's teeth. Yeah, wind back on is this. Yeah, cool. And ahead. Wait for the elementals. Yep. Done its folly. Return to alchemy. Well, we can just go there now. Alright, well, first thing I'm going to do before we go back there. Let's go map out. Oh, wait. Oxerethan. Oh, okay. And the island in... Middle of Magran's teeth. Maybe later. West Rakara Reef. Far to the south. I can't believe we've missed an island somewhere. Probably Murkwater Lagoon. So let's go. Sail off in that direction, return to Nekataka again. Just to turn in the last few quests, and we're going to Magran's Teeth. Sorry, to the Ashen Moor in Magran's Teeth. Which, I mean, I feel like we should have got around to earlier. I'm lazy. I don't know. Feels nice to suck the marrow out of the game. Do every side quest possible. Feel as prepared as you can be for each story. It's funny, in Mass Effect 1, I often feel, well, Mass Effect the series, I often feel like I'm moving too fast. It's a cover-based shooter. When there's like someone getting away, I charge at the fucker. Often I'm playing Vanguard, so I quite literally biotic charge at them, the fucker. And then die because I'm not using cover. I'm just charging and fighting as fast as possible and charging and fighting and dying and fighting and just like going over and over and over. Oh fuck, it's probably not this. This is the mega boss. Bail it back.
Show him how it's done.
Cool. Cool. 3 skulls and a amazing. Not bad. Get in there.
This is futile.
No pen, no pen. But it's taking damage. Not a lot, but it is. This is gonna be great, isn't it?
Of course.
No. Jesus Christ. How Nui or where hits the shoes for 74 points. Fucking hell off. Did not expect that to fuck not that bad. We can prevent and healing, that's not bad.
This cannot last.
Feel bad for that bird.
Missed.
How do I beat this thing in another playthrough? This is insane.
Yes?
Smacks Aloth for 9. Get a spell off, my man?
Right here.
Did it heal?
That's how it's done. Yes. Next trade would shot be off. Of a scar.
We'll do that in a second. Love to, but we need the heat. That slams down.
Damn it, got away.
The unfortunate thing is pressing people is generally slam job.
Get us both! I cannot whack him any harder!
Look at him!
Help here.
Well, we're not gonna make it, are we?
You're stick the man. That will do, I say.
It'll be one of the few deaths that isn't caused by Vela.
Can't make a dent.
Oof. We're nearly at max level. I don't know how anyone does this. Didn't even knock down all of its concentration stacks. That was Valon. God, okay. Well, it's not here. Let's continue searching. Wouldn't send us here. That would be death. It would be a mischievous, terrible death. The game is not that mean. At least not to me. Not while I'm playing with challenges. The challenges probably make it meaner, don't they? Well, it wasn't that far. Mill. Taylor's in Magran for. Definitely clear. Nah. Yep. Here. This'll be it. Clam, why can't you sail in that direction? Can you really sail to there? That would. Won't let me sail across the entire sea? Yes? I guess a real tape. We can do it. Won't let you set a destination that's mostly across the map. Okay. We're moving, we're exploring, having a good time in the Deadfire. Land of lizards. What build do you need to take to? A dare, a whole bunch of. Okay. You know what? The game, which is here, hit the old one again. Not this nonsense. Fuck off. Casually cool. Alright. Found it. Look at the village. Farming fields surrounding this village are barren and sun-baked. Small orchard of koiki trees is dry, their fruit shriveled like raisins. You approach the village, you find it empty and find dust having long settled on every surface. Loot! Oh! It was worth a several days' voyage. Our ship is lost. Becomes a several days' voyage. Alden's head strikes again. You'd think they'd get over it. We've told them, everyone on the ship, multiple times. Don't play Alden's head. Plus, the captain. Oh my god, here it is again. Dorudugan, the Hellfire.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are again, are we? Yep. What are we gonna find? One ability, one class. That'd be useful. Allies are healed. Enemy explodes. Looks like the icons went on because, which is pretty cool. Good on them. Yeah, with Conjure. I'm not big on summons, but I mean, we need it. That's actually how we're gonna start. No, can't summon out of combat. Damn it.
You need something?
Alright,
Good thinking. Looks like trouble.
get him. It's another Mega Boss. I don't know why we're here.
I'll teach you a lesson.
We've got to at least try, right?
Get a clean hands. Oh, good. Beyond seek. Your orders.
Talk about, man. All characters? Several powerful inspirations to the pet. Yes. I want you to get in and drop, please drop a heal. Come on, man.
I cannot.
You also.
How many harder? Up here.
Come on, Adair. Stay tough. Hell if I know why. They insisted to get out off the staff.
Just like that.
How often he gets himself. Immunity, body afflictions, mind afflictions, disease, and poison. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Less concentration stacks than previous, so progress, I guess, TM. Bork, bork, bork. Empower some allies.
Something here that works.
Well, I bet they're gonna explode, aren't they? Vale, please don't be standing next to any of them when they explode. I have literally no way to stop you from dying. I can't move you.
See trails.
The battle clang. Yeah, it's treated like a Reaper horn. Lort. Clangs are loud in combat. What they're for? Alright, well, we're not going there. How about the rest of it? Winding paths? Sandswift ruins? Maybe? Good God. I don't know how we're going to deal with the mega bosses. The path winds up into the hills, narrowing to a little wider than a cart. Cliffs offer a sheer drop down into the crashing sea, the water foaming white where it throws itself against the rocks. You realize what you took to be several large lumpy stones are in fact Aetons, two-headed monstrosities. As you watch, one of them absent-mindedly lifts a boulder and hurls it into the sea. The Aetons guffaw, their laughter guttural. Go! Speak to them. The Aetons grunt as you approach. Pressing against the stone, they push themselves to their feet. Food at last! One bellows happily. They have heavy tree trunks over the shop. You know your friends have been hiding food from you, right? What? Both the Aetons roar, looking at one another. You hid food? They ask. Have not, they shout in unison. My friend here saw it happen. It's true, one of the Aeton shouts. You can't trust an Aeton. You are an Aeton, the other shouts in response. One of the Aeton swings to the other, a wild blow that glances off the second shoulder before crashing into the rock, shaking the cliffs. The other grabs onto the attacker and the pair struggle. Stones drop around you. The first Aeton loses its footing, and for a sickening moment it seems suspended on the edge of the bluff, arms cartwheeling in the air. Grabs the arm of the first as it falls, and the pair plunge together into the sea below. The path is left mercifully quiet. There is no particular answer for clanging. Right, the thing list, which I'm fine with. I don't think we're going to kill the mega bosses in. One, they're tough, and slime is not. And two, loud. As you descend from the high mountain paths, you find a small camp nestled in the sand. Tents, tied horses with their legs camped out. Legs camped out. Campfire's crackling. It seems far too active for an ambush to be in. Small group approaches, a motley band of kith bearing quality arms and armor. And foremost, a deeply tanned dwarf raises a hand in greeting. You coming down the pass? She asks. I don't suppose that means you dealt with those filthy Aetons, does it? Who are you? She blinks and wipes her forehead with a rag. Suppose that's a fair question. I'm Xandrin, and we're the Adragan Adventuring Company out of the Living Lands. That's the Adraban Adventuring Company? Interjects a tall, finely armored human with skin like chopped obsidian. Dwarf scoffs. The last time, Franco. No, it is not. You want to be the Adrabans? You go be it somewhere else. Pale elf in loose robes, his beard beaded with sweat, sighs and massages his forehead. Are those Aeton? He says. I know that face. Watchka? Maya squints at a member of the party. An armor, her azure heads shorn short to either crest the side of black braids, nods to Maya. brewer. It's been a while. You know each other? Ranganui matches up on the shooting range to see if we can get along. Maya folds her arms and tongues the inside of her cheek. Didn't. Dealt with them permanently. Woman claps. Outstanding. Best damn news I've heard in weeks. I'm almost standing behind the dwarf's eyes. And here I thought we'd have the opportunity to test our mettle on this venture. The robed pale elf glances at her. Finds us all in time, watch girl. We need to rush to his embrace. Dwarf gestures towards it. Seeing as you've gotten our whole venture started up again, the least we could do is let you share a fire for a spell. Go in that camp. You step into the camp and come to sit beside a fire. Although it looks like they intended to put it out before you got there, the armor feeds at another log. The dwarf gestures to a pot hanging over the flames. Got some stew left, fish and vegetables, nothing fancy. Know anything about this island? The explorer shakes her head with a snort. Hardly see most of it. Came land a few miles that way. She jerks her thumb towards the west. God's benighted it and prevented us from going any further. The veiling grasses and the Orland's ears bounce with a vigorous nod. The dwarf smiles. They've been looking for some ruins that are supposedly island so desolate though, it's hard to imagine anyone building on it. Certainly sandy, thanks. Valian laughs, a warm, quick sound that slips away as quickly as it appeared. Ugh, quite true. I've sand in places I didn't know I had. I weep for the women who will know me after this place. Orland shakes her head. We all weep for the women with the misfortune to know you. Jealousy. He winks at you. Midge resents my innumerable conquests. Midge crosses her arms and raspberries. Hardly. I'd like to know more about your company. The dwarf taps a scar on her dusky chin. Well, we're formed in the Living Lands. It's where Midge and me hail from. She gestures to the short Orland. He's a mindbreaker. Franca hears from Old Valius, sworn brother of the Dark Corsi Palladini, and tall man clangs a gauntlet against his breastplate and back. Gandrin gestures to the pale elf. That's Lucio dear, from the White Winds. He handles the magic, and Watchka. He nods to the island Almoir. Left for our time and she ran out of things to put her axe in. Anyone else you see around's a hireling, but still some of the best. We've been all over the Living Lands at Deadfire both. Midge grins. Right now we're drawing coin off a nadir who noble as members of the Deadfire Archipelago Explorers Society. Yolan chuckled quietly. More or less. Well, I have some great stories to tell. Valian rises as if this were his cue. You have no idea. Here we go. Watchka shakes her head at you. What, Sonny's up? Franco ignores her. Where would one begin the recounting of her journeys? The tale of the tentacle terror of Thane? Or the sordid story of the seamstress of Salona? The perilous perfidy of the Polvier? Tanta, Watchka says. What he says, but what he makes up in enthusiasm, he lacks in talent. Quiet, you old battle axe. He looks to you. I'd be happy to expound over dinner if you're staying. I'll see. Eat with the explorers, sharing tales of the dying fire. Eventually you call it a nightmare for your fallen comrade's tent for the evening. Waking up, you thank the group and take your leave. They were safe travels. Well, that was nice. Nothing bad happened at all. Your guess is as good as mine, Loxy. I don't know what that means. Searing hot winds rip across dunes. You shield your face from the onslaught, but it's of little use. Sand makes its way into every vulnerable little crevice it can find. You've got a structure ahead. You head through the sandstorm. Up close, it appears to be the ruins of an ancient Huana building, perhaps a temple. An obscured entrance leads into a sand-covered hillside. Awesome little adventure. I wonder how it would have gone if we attempted to steal from them. Or killed them. I don't want to do that. That sounds mean. Jesus Christ! That was everyone discovering something multiple times. Just plays the sound at the same time, loudly. Making us all jump. Gonna have to do this every time Takeru dies. That's it. Good enough. Maybe see what they discovered. Maybe something over here.
Good thinking. And what do we have here? Watch and learn.
Go on, Slam. Glad Vela doesn't set off traps. Did you see that? That is much lighter than everything else as well.
Consider it done.
Atmosphere, baby. Hey. I think the funniest, well,
I wonder
the
what
funniest,
this
but
is.
it's pretty funny. You don't have headphones either, so it's loud and right in front of you. And surrounding your head.
I got this.
We'll be
I
alright.
got this.
Who traps their safe space this much? Hey, is anyone... Wish I could auto Veiler around. That would make it much easier, but like... Never through. Okay, these are the things we discovered. Let's see what we can do. Down! Fix. Down.
Give me a real challenge.
Real quiet now. That should be good.
Isn't this something?
Good God. In some games, you can queue up orders, and then I just click them all.
Consider it done.
How bad can it be? Do you think they'll all give wounds? If they did, how quickly would it take for us to all die? Couple of steps on, explode, death.
Give me a real challenge.
I think we're also brute forcing a puzzle, because it seems so far all of the things with S's
What
have
do
been
we have
untrapped.
here?
The wild ambience is really nice, so...
When the wheel has ground you all to dust, only I will remain.
Oh, console whore. Dad, you a sad little skull? Baby. What are you gonna do? Sucks to be a lich who gets beaten up by Slam Shadows all the time. Should have made you fight one
I
of the
got
mega
this.
bosses.
I got this.
Yeah? That would have been fun. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna kill those fuckers, but I'm gonna cheat to do it, I assure you. I'll learn to mod the game and change character values. Give everyone a billion defense. It's been a day. I'll go into it later, because I don't want to mention it on stream. Work was pretty good, to be honest. And I like that. Jesus.
Perhaps a little rest is in order.
Fuck.
I heard you.
I shall.
Alright, well, you need a ranged weapon, otherwise you'll run forward and die. Your whale of a wand. Come on. Whale of a wand. Come on. Thank you. Let's not make it legendary, because it... Not much. Anyway. Don't have a Vithrak brain, that won't be hard. Friends! And a pair of drinks! Alchemist doesn't like. Let's summon a pair of drinks. Once per rest, yeah, pair of drinks. Level 1. Why are we doing that? Please swap to your wand.
I don't suppose yet.
What do you mean immune?
That's not very helpful.
Let's go.
Wow!
Right here.
Okay. Good God, I did not expect that.
Speak freely.
Right.
Yeah?
Sigil of Death Wardstone. Amazing. Can you tell I'm a professional? Only got one?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
When they say consume, they mean it. Oh, just random stuff. Amazing. Okay. How long does it last? along. It just doesn't. Okay. All right. Get him. Come on. These things are nasty. Holy shit. Yeah, you're totally right. Someone's been subscribed for a full year? Alright, we're out of here. No. We're not standing there and listening to it go. No. We really hope Alos doesn't get in combat and die in a fight.
Isn't this something? Consider it done.
12 months is a very
Easy
long
does
time.
it.
Can't believe it. Actually got like a Facebook memory that's like, hey, you've been a Twitch affiliate for a year a little while ago. Which clearly means Comrade must have subbed as soon as he could for me. Good boy, we do approve. At lit. Alright, that one stayed on. Oh, just for a little bit. Okay.
I got this.
Go, Captain.
Not at my best.
Why did you do that?
Speak your mind.
Oh my god. He doesn't like pudding.
Give me a real challenge.
Thing. Yay!
Give
Hi.
me the order.
On the altar before you. Hold on. Okay. On the altar before you rests a spiked hammer and a kith skull gone yellow with age. Yours is 13 months. Alright, fine. Headman. God damn it. Examine the altar. Wrought of ancient stone, this altar has seen better days. Though it's remarkably clean from where you found it, its base is riddled with cracks, and the grasping metal hands at its corners are listing to the right. Examine the skull. The skull is of Kith origin and clearly ancient, having grown brittle and fragile with time. Embedded in its forehead is a strange stone. Its immediate purpose is unknown. Hammer. The hammer is scored with deep gouges and marred with spots of rust. Significant heft and fine steel head suggest the hammer might once have been a quality weapon of war, but has surely seen better days. Leave.
You were saying?
Alright, let's do it. We got the skull. Carefully lift the skull from the altar. You've got an item, skull. As you move the skull, the stone shakes slightly in its continue. Spike's hammer rests on it. Hammer from the altar. You gingerly take the hammer. Testing its weight in hand, you discover that it's surprisingly well balanced. Item, last word. Interesting. The great stone door behind you slams shut with a floor shuddering bang. Sand begins to pour into the room through holes high in the wall. Well, we need a solution before we enter. Sand pours into the room, pulling at your ankles and rising higher with every moment. The way out is a stone door behind you, and it's sealed tight. Wow, we're all injured. Major injury. Critical injury. 100% of crits can convert it to hits. You've got the serious burn, which lowers dexterity, which may be important. Okay. Attempt to open the door. You're real strong. Go, Adair. Adair grips the edge of the door and pulls. The door grinds open an inch. Nice. Push harder. With a cry of exertion, Adair shoves the door open a few more feet. There might be just enough room for the rest of the party to squeeze through the gap. Take while Adair holds. he can pass this. But do we lose Adair? Adair holds the door open long enough for the party to escape. As the last person squeezes through the doorway, Adair gives the door a final shove and dives out of the room to safety. Ah, easy. Fuck, why do we bother? Doors are sealed shut by the mountain of sand. Not even air escapes. Oh, why did we worry? We had Adair on our side the whole time. Pick up the hammer, pick up the skull, problem solved. What was it, do you know? Lost word. Well, extra weapon damage for engaged enemies. Cannot use active. 2 seconds. Okay, well that's cool. Like, when you hit them, they can't use that. Say 3 seconds, or steadfast every time. Won't tell me. Okay. Put it halved. Strike with its. Oof. Well, it's not
Hey there.
amazing. Fuck out of here. Okay. What is a hammer for? If I regret this, dead man. Hey. Spell a name. Skullhammer Island. What was the island where the fire festival was held? Is that a thing? That was a thing, right? Everyone eats shark meat today. Alright, we're going back to Nekataka. Sorry. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. I like it when there are games you can double tap portrait or something and the camera will follow you. Me smile. There were several documentaries about how badly the Fire Festival went. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not. It's pretty funny. I haven't watched the documentary because I don't care, but still. How long ago was it? Oh, several years, I guess. Yeah, you can tell I really need to redye my hair. I keep saying, oh, I'll get to it soon, and then I don't. Whoops. Sue me. Actually, don't sue me. I have dependents. They're a cat and a dog. That's literally it. But I'll be very sad. Don't do that to this little bear. This should cue someone saying, hey, sad enough, do it anyway. Sue the fucker. A blue, blue, blue. Remember where there was a quest that was like, hey, break into the Luminous Adra Mill and steal a bunch of Adra?
Oh, to those who labor in the shadow, for nothing is hidden from Aethys' divine sight.
And we were like, oh, cool, here's a crate full already. Thanks. Good. I love being a pack mule. Carrying everything around. Weight limits in games suck. Hey, Santa!
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell
Yes.
me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope.
Exuma. Okay, we will use Exuma, an island name at some point.
How might I assist you?
Got some material for your book?
Wonderful, I can't wait to... Oh, is that a little fishman you've drawn?
What?
I had already set a coin aside for you. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Oh, thank you.
We are getting into deeper water now, so to speak. We call the islands along the east of Magran's Teeth the Burning Shoals.
I assure you, we've been pretty deep for a while.
As you might imagine, it gets a little hot over there. 2 of the islands haven't been surveyed yet. You'll want to sail northeast from the docks to reach the islands.
Sansa, I've got some news for you, buddy.
I'll be waiting.
Insufferable.
Welcome back. Well, how might I assist?
Got some material for your book?
We're so close. There's only one corner of the map left.
Yeah, I don't think it'll let us go over there yet. I'm pretty sure we die.
Only it's for good reason. The waters in those parts are... Well, this
Oh,
region
yeah.
is probably why I had so much trouble finding help before you came along. Time to set out for the Razai Passage, out to the northwest. There are several islands out there nobody's done more than ogle at from afar.
Fuck off.
I know you can do better. I'll be waiting.
Go. We're going. Can't wait until we do some sort of bonus finishing the game stream where I grind every pet into the critically.
Ever wonder what happened to your old pets, Watcher?
What did you do? Wait, they're just there. Never mind. Fun having you around for a bit, you're a jerk. But I'm gonna have the bear instead. Look at this bear. Fortitude, extra melee damage. Love the bear. Forfeit all mortal possessions to the bear.
Be right there.
Right, we're up. We're doing it. We're sailing to Magran's teeth. It's been too long since we've spoken to Aethys. We'll see what's going on in his town. Is there anything else while we... Yes, we gotta go talk to Consul Hort. Look. Anna, let's go. 2 hours to walk across this part of the city, just in case.
I'm safe with you, Captain.
You are not safe. Someone recorded that line after they knew how often we would get you killed. Repeatedly, and with mercy. I can't say without mercy. I am very sad when she died. Every time. Even if she's standing in the wrong space. We'll explode and die. I'm gonna keep standing. You will explode. You exploded and died. Wow. Yo, welcome here.
If you require directions to Bacana's observatory, look to your sextant.
Alchemy gestures for you to speak freely. Bacana, I found this old almanac in an orrery. Look familiar?
You did you? That does rather defeat the purpose of absolution.
Alchemy tugs on his lower lip and scrutinizes you.
So be it. Follow me down to the scrying pool.
Love to. Look at all the loot I stole from my house, by the way. Imp.
Hey, you! Master waits for you by glowing pool downstairs.
Alright, fine. Time happens so much. Everything
You
is
must gather
happening
your party.
all the time. Holy shit. That's a lesson for this fucking year. That's for sure. Everything is happening all the time. I should really watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, shouldn't I?
Venturing forth.
Some sent a message. Scrying pool in here? Scrying pool in here? Pool. Scrying pool here! Alright, Akemi, what you got for me? Birds! Akemi's eyes are closed in deep concentration, his attention entirely focused on the glowing pool in front of him. Oh, really?
Ishi. Quiet time.
How focused? The highest. Pickpocket. Probably no one. Okay, alright. I am not against doing more drugs. The most recent lovely trip I went on, I was alone and it was vaguely boring. So like, yeah, it was fun, it was a good chill time, but it's much more fun to be high with people. I've said that repeatedly. But I have more degenerate friends, I guess, right? Alchemy gestures down at the scrying pool. You peer into the waters. Dark silhouettes sit arrayed in a circle, and the surface of the pool ripples in tune with muted voices carrying from below. Knock on the surface of the water. All of the seated figures turn to you at once, their faces obscured by hoods. One of them makes an impatient, beckoning gesture. Dip your face in the water. Okay, could you do it? You can breathe water. No sooner does your skin break the surface tension than you feel a breeze of warm air. You're peering into a stone chamber ringed with braziers and tapestries as you would an open window. Robed men and women clutch the armrests of their thrones. Water drips down your chin. The other Archmagi seem, for the moment, unfazed by your presence. Very large box of McNuggets? Ah, yes. I think chips are an excellent choice. An armor folds her arms and stares down another woman who keeps a fist balled at her sides. Ooze drips from the sleeves of the armor's robe and pools at the floor. An armor... You mistake the matter, Kakaloth. My curiosity and perusal are not endorsements of her research. Mora nods with an air. God, I love wizards. This is wizards doing wizard shit. Vakana won't be suddenly vindicated by the likes of us simply read her work. Something green and twisted wriggles under the table. Kakaloth points down and a flash of light incinerates it on the spot, filling the room with a stench of overcooked snails. A pressed chuckle carries over the silence that follows. I would burn myself on party pies. You're a slippery fiend, Mora. Some of us refuse to taint our reason to harp at conclusions of circle rejects. Keep the slugs to yourself. Kakaloth grits her teeth. The circle of Archmagi, it's an honor. I apologize for not seeing us in our best form, but this seems about right. Mora waves from her seat at the table. Apologies also that Kakaloth is holding another meeting with one of her moods. We could get started if she would banish a thing enamored with my ankles. Kakaloth points an accusing finger at Mora. I swear she baits me at every turn, Archimere. You called this conclave. I hope you're ready to impose some bedamned courtesy. Mora, your pets can wait outside. Archimere waits patiently as Mora makes a shooing gesture. A wet, slurping sound echoes in the hall, and something dark and large makes its way towards an exit. Kaka. What? Is it Kalakoth? Not Kakaloth? I'm going to check the text as soon as it comes back. You're ready to speak rationally. Your patience is about to be rewarded. He strokes his chin sighs, inviting you to bid greetings to the circle. Cain winks at you. And winks across at you. An echo of manners for a change. We meet again. One hopes our parting will be as the last, and leave our bonds wide. We meet again. One hopes our parting will be as the last, and leave the both of us wiser for the experience. Then Grath raises her eyebrows at you. Yes, say my lesson in metaphysics brought the circle this far. I'm glad my perspective on souls helped. I want to ask about the dragons, but... let's ask about the dragons. How Trisulfus and Galphonesaurus? Darling terrors as ever. Then Grath smiles. Inagoth massages his brows with both hands. Posturings without value or reason. Get on with it, old man. He beckons to Archimere. Just about to do exactly that. Archmage nods and clears his throat, elbowing you out of the way so that his face commands the scrying pool. Volcana was no Archmage, but we all agree that she was on the cusp of a breakthrough before her unfortunate disappearance. Archimere takes the book from you and licks his finger as he begins to turn pages. You've lost an item, Volcana's research. Why did you never officially recognize her? Studies had no merit, they yielded nothing of interest or relevance until today. Archimere raises an eyebrow. Be that as it may, someone did not wish for this breakthrough to occur. For that alone we have, and good reason to seek knowledge of her amateurish if enthusiastic research. Archimere's eyebrows form a steep triangle as he arrives at a page of mathematical formulas and coordinates. Fuck, we usually have a lot of insight. What is going on? 7? What? Slam, how could you let us down? Anyway, you discovered a river of soul essence flowing through the depth. Archmages exchange furtive glances. Lemgrath tilts her head to the side, in every way unperturbed. Then Grath clears her throat. We arrived at that conclusion long ago. Try to keep up. And yet she traced the path of the river while we only speculated. Distance. Archimedes pulls on his beard and squints down at the almanac. Where does it go? Archimedes sets a book aside and pulls out a villain map of the dead. He traces his finger from the shallows of the Great Reef northward. Burgos are not my immediate concern. I'm occupied by who presently follows it. The path of Aethys is winding but unerringly intentional. His finger begins stray east. He pauses on open ocean, his brow furrowed. Could that be? Tane leans forward, trailing off as he cranes his neck for a glance at the parchment. Suddenly, all of the attention shifts back to you. I think we've taken more than our share of the Watcher's time, unless there are any final questions. Unblinking, Archimedes lifts his brow and waits, your dismissal hovering on his tongue. Why was Consul Hort so interested in this? Keeping secrets from us, old Matt? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Minoletta rests her chin on her fist and fixes Archimedes with a severe. It wasn't of immediate pertinence. Besides, the Consul Horde has been dispatched yet again, esteemed mistress of missiles. Archimedes favors Minoletta with a stiff bow. The flattery has gone stale. To address the Watcher, I imagine that Consul Horde wished to sustain his wicked existence on a fond of essence. Kindly put a stop to that. Minoletta nods, favoring you with a smile that she denied Archimedes. Can I join the circle? You would ask this after robbing my manor showed you the decency to spare your life? Archimedes turns to you, his expression pale and affronted. Around the table of Archimedes, somebody chokes on a line. Absolutely not. Will there be anything further? Archimedes waves his hand, the matter closed. What about Aloth? He's a good wizard. Holding something back. What is it? Archimedes takes in the other members of the circle. Responses a myriad. Some shake their heads, others shrug, and others still lean back in their chairs and wait to see how it all plays out. Adeletta remains silent on the matter. If you wish to invite you into our confidence, you would surely know of it. I don't get to hear the rest. You a member of the circle? I hope you don't think we would divulge our secrets to a mere mercenary. Archimedes' gaze hardens and a self-congratulatory smile cleaves his face. You're not entitled to everything, I own, burglar. Nothing further, Archimedes. Here, baubles for your service. Not that you deserve them. Consider your debt repaid with interest. Archimedes turns back to the circle. Ignores you. Illuminating discoveries? Bet it's a fucking spellbook I'm not going to use. Ding! All of his spells. And Middle Lettuce Missile Salvo. It's pretty good. Well, time to get the fuck out of here. Cool little quest, huh? Wizards doing wizard shit. God, I'd read a whole story like that. Out loud to all of you. But like, there is a limit to wizards doing wizard shit, and when we get into the round of hubris, i.e. they start being dicks for essentially no reason, I think I'd lose interest. There's got to be at least a couple of people I'm interested in hanging out with, having a beer with. Good characters. With a capital G, not like a judgment. Otherwise, I'm going to lose interest. Sorry, them's the breaks. There we go. Come on. Archimedes pointedly ignores you. That's sassy bitch. I see. Amazing. Need future told? Our cupboard has fortune box. There we go. We're sailing to the Ashen Moor, baby. We're gonna get there before break. Probably. We can sail right there, no trouble at all. Oh, the Wenko is a great fine ship. Yes, sailing ship, but oh, can you not catch us? Oh, little guy. Oh. Yes, he's a wizard. The fucking wizard. Damn. It's just like charge. Hold position. Oh, they are firing. Wow. Alright, fine. We're gonna get at least one shot off at you. Wow. Jeez. We're gonna miss the fuckers. Oh, let's give it a go. Get him! I do not see many hits. 0 hits. Charge. Second thought. They're gonna charge at us. What? Giant for 3 turns. Firing at us again. These fuckers. Full position. Yeah, now they charge at us. Oh god. They're gonna die. They're gonna have a terrible time attacking us as well. We were very bad in that naval battle. Fired 1 volley. Missed all of them. And they're so tall. How did we miss them? Margaret's forge demands fuel for its fire. Alright, well.
I don't think I can pull that off.
Regina gets ready to fuck all of you up.
Right here. Sorry,
Yeah.
can't.
Alright. Flaming souls. Need spirit or vessels. Oh well. Knock down.
I don't think I can pull that off.
This does not work.
Prime Shadows crits him.
Mm-hmm.
That one charged at us while we were taunting and chasing another one, so I think we should give him a go. Are you bugging off? Well, I feel bad for teasing him, little bastard, because he escaped. Well, I wanted to change party member. Oh, I thought we'd be able to read that. Okay, never mind. Maybe I'll leave and try. Maybe I'll leave and try and re-enter. Yeah. Well, jeez. We literally can't leave. Okay. Okay. Try again. Change places. I'm gonna go argue with Magran. My choice. I definitely need a contact slam. I want Aloth with us at all times. Is cool. Here, you get to rest, my dude. Let's get wrecked. Thick smoke, black as death, plumed from the peak of a rumbling volcano, the largest in the chain of mountains that make up Magran's Serrated fissure gapes in the mountainside, deep and dark, but intermittently lit by a red-hot glow. The cavernous opening is too narrow for the wanker to sail through. The skiff sways tumultuously in the superheated water the closer you row to the cave's cracked opening. Lava burbles down the mountainside, scorching rivers that disappear into the dark blue sea. Inside the rock face, the sound of churning magma grows louder, and the air warms around you, beading sweat along your brow. Good stuff. Love it.
I'm learning a lot. This where Gone stormed through? At least the docks are still intact.
The hull of this longboat has been varnished with a flame-resistant amalgam. Angry troll. Get it at him, Grog. Resolve. Oh, lovely. Destroyed when knocked unconscious. Party cannot engage as immune to engagement. Also, anyone in your party will die when they're knocked unconscious. Jeez, we're not doing that. Sorry, Grog. Especially not Aloth. He dies all the time. It gets knocked unconscious. All the time. Oof. Have a summon. Everyone likes to summon. Oh. High level unlocked. Critical strike. And normal melee weapons. Now that's what we want. We'll do that too. Jeez. All this burn damage we're getting at a time we don't. Maybe we could have used her earlier.
Happy to oblige.
17.
All right.
Though Ashen, the skin of this dead giant remains hot to the
Isn't this charming?
I take you.
Well, no welcome's better than a bad one.
Take you to such beautiful places. The burned remains of these prisoners were the tatters of sailors' garb. They see him? He's right fucking there. He's in the background. He's doing a thing. We gotta get up there and be like, yo, Aethys, stop doing the thing. I assure you, you probably won't. Primal Flame. I could use more Primal Flames. Oh, Wrath and Vanguard. Up against the stones of the bridge, a giant clutches at his bashed-in chest. It's a mess of sinew and blackened iron bones, fiery blood trickling between his splayed fingers. Thickly rasping a breath, the warrior lifts his heated gaze.
Extinguished or crushed. Us all, defiler.
He struggles to speak. The agony of a slow death blazes through scrolls in his skin, shrouding him with a veil of... A fire giant, an elemental servant of Magran, aren't you?
You are not mistaken.
That's fair, Maker. This is a neat skill to learn on a dime like that. Very cool.
I am but one of Magran's elite champions, birthed from her flames, soon reunited in glory.
What happened to you?
Damned reaper of souls and god of lies, Magran's most foul
God of lies,
enemy.
that's all. More blood fire licks from the Rathan's cracked chest, slowly charring his arm. You need to get to Aethys.
Servants of the defiler god, damn you.
He chokes, liquid fire trickling from his lips. Well, I think it's mercy kill time. Drink this and rest easy. He closes his amber-hot eyes, a relieved sigh rushing from his chest as he brew up and then tip a vial of poison to his lip. The icy, slushy mixture takes effect immediately, dousing his flames with a sweep of hoarfrost through his veins. Leaves his face cold and ashen and dead.
Well, that was worth doing, even if we got nothing in return.
You're a good guy, Adair. Bertie swings her lantern back and forth over the warrior's body until a large, shimmering cloud of essence sifts up and into her lantern. She grunts, the lantern dipping in her hand as if heavier momentarily. Big boy! To the Sentinel Wall. Not as I initially read, the Sentient Wall. Be bad. There will also be the Demon Wall. Early Final Fantasies. In 12. This windlass is far too massive and heavy for a Kith to operate.
At least this means they're all dead, right?
Is that what you want, buddy? Come on now. Table. Beat hammer.
I see where you're going with that.
Locked.
There.
Unlocked.
I tell you now.
Problem solved. Silver Utoki. Largest Raratine coin in common circulation. And a prepper, just in case. What's through here? Oh.
Another devoured by the foul reaper. Another Kith trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how?
Oh, comrade. That's so good. Incensed, the giant warrior hulks, her thick muscles twitched, red markings glowing hotly against her ashen skin.
You must seek to follow in your defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand!
Bellowing, she hefts a massive steel sword overhead. But a second giant slams a haft of his iron staff into the warrior's hard-muscled stomach, abruptly halting her attack.
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys. Before you char his bones to dust.
You know this Kith can hear you? First giant's grip turns white-knuckled on the hilt of her sword. Her muscles strain and the metal quivers in her hand.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live.
Again, she thrusts the sword high. The shrug of his meaty shoulders, he steps. Hey, chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Oh, wait. I've got a thing for this. Actually, to be honest, it's going to take a while. Oh, but look, why not now? If not now, when, right? Okay, cloud. Go. Dashboard, cloudbot. Good. Polls. Start a poll. Neat. All right. Give you. All right. I'm going to choose one that doesn't exist. Ta-da! You like it? Yeah, see? I fucked around. I told you it happened. Roxy voted on 8. That's good. Also, here's where people, especially Lux, refuse to use this system because it has multiple options, right? I think, because it won't allow. Maybe you should try voting 1 and then vote 3. We'll see what happens. Again, you've already voted 8, so maybe that won't work, right? I vote again? What happens if I try? Oh, there you go. Okay, so now vote for 3. And when the poll ends, which is 2 minutes after I start it, and that's like a long time, but I think it covers everything. We'll see if it works. Oh, there is 40 seconds left. Oh, no, I see it. It just... I know what happens. It just changes your vote. It's not ranked preferences, I'm afraid. It's first past the post. Actually, not first past the post. What is the voting system for, like... I don't know. A huge delay. Well... You can no longer vote on this poll. Okay. Tell me. Is it going to post the results, or... I need to click the complete button. There is the most voted option of the poll was 66%. Okay, there you go. Sorry, Mako. Plenty of people have first passed on this. Yeah, a few seconds too slow. You were pretty good, my apologies. Anyway, your fury should burn for Aethys, not me. Elders taught with tension, the warrior eyes the strewn corpses of his fellow Rathan at arms. They'd lie dried like husks, life into their souls.
I hope your weapons are as keen as your wit, both for your sake and mine, puny kith.
Calm down, jeez. Oh, wow, it worked. Cool. I'm gonna steal your stuff. Very definitely stealing. Just full plate, who cares? Barrels. Comrade! Bad.
Let's take a look.
SWAT. They're trying to swat me. Good God.
Reckon this is what happens when you try to keep a god from enacting his plan.
Well, there's a hole in your wall. Oh, there's a key. Cool. A little happening here. At least we didn't have to kill him, right? He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that's one of the cool things I set up. It's not the only cool thing I set up. I'll find a way to Aethys through the
Should we be concerned about that?
Ain't the volcanoes in Magran's teeth supposed to be inactive? I got a bad feeling this one's waking up.
Uh-oh. Oh, flame. Scoria.
I shall be discreet.
Okay, so I'm going to do a cool thing now that we've proven the polls work. When we come back from break. Okay? You're a frequent watcher. I hope you tune in.
They're with gone now.
Oh, it's just very kind. Tune in after the break because there's going to be a very cool thing that I'm quite excited about.
How may I help?
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
As useful as a bump on a pickle.
Just like
Split your soul, Jody. Reach into your pain and pull out halves of yourself.
Uh-huh.
Cool. And I got nothing to do because the fight was over. Yep.
Watch and learn.
Deep gashes mar this Rathan's armor and flesh.
This isn't.
Loose grit and jagged boulder chunks litter the broken section of this. Layer of the Ancient or Jagged Keep. It's right there! Zooms out so we make sure we can see.
You spend your whole life thinking you're a giant. And one day that fella shows up at your fortress.
that was awfully profound.
Come on, that's the cutest thing I've ever fucking heard. Spend your whole life thinking you're a giant, and then that guy turns up. Fucking hell.
You gonna fight someone? I want to throw the first punch.
Wait.
Let the light
Feel fear.
I don't think Lair of the Ancient is like the way to go. So you're taking the wrong direction as we always do. Proud of herself. petrify something soon? Tear and Shirty, those two are amazing. Yeah, it's unfortunately straight. Maybe we should. Maybe we'll have to play through again just to watch his romance.
I'm here.
Generally happens in Pillars 2. There were no romances in Pillars 1. Also, I've been playing Mass Effect and I think the fucking cat locked me out of a romance. With Thane.
This does not sound good. All right, that one felt more serious.
I'm thinking this place ain't gonna hold up much longer. What say we hurry,
That
Watcher?
smell. I hope it's just their cook burning the meat.
A haze of soul essence sifts up like smoke from a corpse, sour, scored with heavy claw marks. Oddly, no blood pools beneath the body. The wounds have been cauterized. Reach for the soul. Hot to the touch, the essence slowly wafts through your fingers, then you're tumbling down to the feverish sensation of a soul reed. You are a great champion, a Goliath among giants, your chest tight with pride, and that's something darker, strange. It flickers inside of you like the fires of a waking forge, because you know you too are soon to be tempered as you stare down upon the distant god, the defiler your brothers and sisters died to defeat, but could not, who now gluts in the Adra Spire, striking plan against Magran. The iron chains that suspend the bridge beneath your feet drip blood and sweat. Weeping, the moor spans below, battered by the invader, the jagged keep, now ever more apt in name. You cut a path to the spire and could not be stopped. You drank deeply from so many of you. Brenthius watches beside you. She is fierce and will know what to do. She can hear Magran within the flames. Without further delay, she hastens you into the dragon's lair. She will call the beast and will ride with you into the assault. Inside, the cavern is dark and simmering. The Branthus rushes ahead of you despite your barked warning. Something is wrong. The heat roils against your skin, a whisper of death, dangerous rather than comforting, that a fire god has riled the dragon. The Branthus has raised her torque high as if to collar the dragon, light of it sheening her helm in the darkness. She is thundering. The time has come, Jada! Submit to Magran's will! And the walls rumble from a sudden earthquake. No. From the beast's laughter, shadow looms to your left, and scalding claws punch through him.
Rest now, warrior. Your soul is safe with me.
Jodie bows her head as she drags her lantern over the corpse from head to foot and back up again. When she reaches the Ruthan's punctured chest, his soul lifts up from the body and drifts toward the lantern. The shudder, it settles inside the coffin.
Aye, 'tis a right foul stench.
This place smells and feels like ill in the stories Uncle Angbert used to tell me to make me behave as a child.
The closer you get to the dimly lit essence that smolders over the Rathan's burnt corpse, the stronger you feel the soul's flickering confusion and grief. Ashen, crooked fingers clutch a still flaming torque, grasping the relic tightly even in death. Reach for the soul. Dane's romance is great, and I'm pretty sure when I selected a dialogue option I couldn't see because the cat was in the way, I selected the wrong one. Thanks, buddy. Now he's no longer calling me his Acton. I'm sad because I love Thane. He's my favorite. He's my favorite in all of the Mass Effect series. Actually, PB and Andromeda is pretty good. I have to watch it again just to make a judgment, but Thane is fucking great. Rather than falling face forward into a vision of the Rathan's final memory, her last thoughts scream through your mind, a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning! I am burning! I am burning! And it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Magran! I should have listened when she said nothing. But I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
Dig deeper into her final memory.
Who will lay the torque before the Mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the Mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Magran.
Pry the torque from the priestess's hands. Twisting the torque free, cracks off 3 of the priestess's blackened, brittle fingers. Torque of bits cutted. Hell yeah! The final flicker, its last swift and violent shuddering, soul dims and disintegrates.
Rest easy now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment too.
Coaxing the soul with a low and soothing voice, Shoti jiggles her lantern over the priestess's charred corpse. There's not much left after the trauma the soul endured, but a few glimmering motes swirl around the soft light before fading into the lantern. Yeah, I fucking loved that. That was amazing voice acting. I think it was incredible work. We're probably going to beat up a dragon right over here. Actually,
I shall.
oh shit, there it is. Oh fuck. Good thing I'm quick saved. We need to take a break. We'll talk to this dragon in a minute.
If that ain't a creature born of my nightmares, I don't know what is.
Okay, we'll be back. 15 minutes, okay? No mischief. That's 15 minutes, right? Yeah. Okay, let me show you something cool. Oh, look at that. It's lovely. It's not the same drink I've been making for three streams running. It's similar though. It is Campari and vermouth, but blackberry gin as well. It needs a little bit of simple. It's quite bitter. But blackberry gin and vermouth, of course that goes well. Sweet. And we're good to go. Alright, let's talk to this fucking dragon, huh? Oh, monitor capture's still on. There you go. Live stream, let's go. A creature of smoke and scales, embers, and talons looms up from the darkness. Her back and ribs gleam luridly. Red is the lake of fire that laps at her feet. She hisses, a sound like rocks grating together in her throat, and though her peeled-back lips form no words, you understand. It's a drink, I'm afraid. I hope I'll be able to fuck the dragon. We'll see.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further?
Oh, Jadafelas.
Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
No. That can't be healthy. Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Eddie chokes on a scream. A dry laugh crackles from the dragon's thick-scaled throat. Wait, I have no intent to fight you.
An easy meal is still a meal, is it not?
The beast stretches her smoldering neck out as she chuffs.
Squeal and scurry, or do not. I will suckle the marrow from your bones regardless soon enough.
I don't intentionally have a delay set up. I'm not sure what's going on. You don't want to eat me. I'm much too stringy and sure to give you a bellyache. Guess what we're doing now? It's poll time, baby. 2 minutes. Choose your favorite. Stream delay seems pretty big tonight. Jeez. Well, I mean, Loxy had it. Is this a little? I cannot move it a little. Sorry. Twitch's fault. It's my fault. I don't know. I got no issues on my end saying it's like delayed necessarily. Fuck random settings while you vote. They'll say you can no longer vote, and when that happens, I will poke it and say you're done. But yeah, the audio will turn off, especially while I do this. I think I noticed the extra delay. I'm messing around with settings, and I think I saw where it happened. I just turned it off. I don't know if it'll take effect immediately. Oh. I don't want an additional delay, even if it will help with disconnect timers. Moves us further away from the audience. We're not as close together, and I'll miss all of you. But seriously, without the mellotron. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's check that. 25 seconds left. Amazing. Looking at the results, it's pretty good. I was in one vote for all of them, so I get the tiebreak. Hilariously, I can't go, do make a convincing argument. It's like, oh well, guess you gotta eat me, lol. Delete button. A tie between all three options. It's pretty good. I think I would like to use buff. So 1. Cheers, Luxy, you get it. Great creature of the moor, are you not the least bit curious as to why I've come to speak with you?
Did you now come to my den to entreat my attention?
This wolf also head to the side, studying you with a deadly intent.
I am listening. Bleat louder, little morsel.
Magran would do anything to stop Aethys. If she erupts this volcano, you'll be destroyed along with it.
Should I believe the wretched words of a trespasser in my den?
Maybe I need to end the stream and restart it for the configuration change, or maybe it needs to be a couple of minutes to get past that initial delay. I don't know.
Even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm.
These are stats. Resolve. Stubborn creature. Your obstinance would see you dead. Allow mine to see that you live.
I suppose.
He rumbles in thought.
I slumbered for ages and felt restless for longer. It shall be good to stretch my wings, to hunt.
Yes.
I fly.
With a great heave, she slogs her body from the magma and takes to the sky. Well, we didn't fuck the dragon, but we didn't have to kill the dragon. Continuing Slam Shadow's streak of not killing any dragons! Stealing from the dragon, Ultra's Blade of Captain Crow. That's sick. Know who we're giving that to? Oh, a cloak. Measurement Stalking Cloak. Perception, stealth. And then attacks made from stealth. Okay, that's fantastic. Yep. All stuff for a rogue, we'll give it to our character who's closest to a rogue. Enchanted though. Okay, well I want him to keep Frostfall. Very cool. But a boy loves some scepters. Sabers. That looks so good. And Bloodhound. It's converted to crits. Superb. I'll make it legendary. Frostfall. The only thing that we can make it better is to... Alright, grats on your gear upgrade, dude. Look forward to you straight up killing. Let's get the fuck out of here. Obstinance, sure, yeah, but abstinence is like much more firm as as a verb. I don't know. Even if it's less accurate. But
give me a real challenge.
Or Primal Flame and Onyx off the corpses. To the Jagged Keep. Kind of wish that was lengthened with Prosecco. Also, you'll notice there's actually orange peel in there because I got a bag of oranges. The noun? Oh, yeah, of course.
I'll take a peek.
Otherwise it'd be being obstinate. Fucking hell, I'm on a roll tonight. Peeked at spotting you, the strapping warrior slams a shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep! Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas!
Look here, I recovered this from your fallen apprentice.
You felled her? And her dragon?
With a deep chest of growl, the warrior readies her sword to strike. No, it was the dragon who killed her, not me. Still, red scrawls on her skin, flickering as she grimly appraises you. Muscle ticks in her jaw. But finally, she eats her sword.
Then the Bathor will decide your fate.
Thanks,
he
comrade.
awaits at the back of the keep.
Man, it'd be cool to be like a fire godlike in here, wouldn't it? Hey, Magran. All these giants are like, you're blessed, Magran. And we're like, yeah, man, so are you.
I see where you're going with that. There. What did I tell you?
Good job, Slam. Running through the keep.
Take a gander over there.
What'd you find, buddy? Cool, a hidden door. Rock slide has collapsed this section of the keep. This is a big fucking keep. Holy shit. Sacrifice to the goddess of the noblest of deaths. Magran will honor his soul. I'll see
Consider
the
it
like
done.
trap marker before I stepped on it.
This calls for a subtle touch. I
17
see where you
seconds.
go
Good
with that.
God. Hey, that's good.
Aye.
Hello, got you some sick casting gloves. Alrighty, sleight of hand. Oh, crack books. How about Arcana and Evocation? Who else needs decks? Already wearing. He's so unequipped everywhere else. Alchemy, actually. All our people are so well equipped. Who needs that much? He does. Answering my own terrible questions. There you go, have a nice cape. Not wearing. A ring, a belt. Okay. Wood skin when he's critically hit, extra burn and freeze armor rating. That's pretty good. He does need the con. I guess you get the constitution belt. Enjoy. I know it's boring, I'm sorry. You go. Defenses ring, you're fine. Cool. You don't need to push and pull. What else does that do? Oh yeah, that's right. Stop. Yep. Daggers, rapiers, and stilettos. Not useful at all for this guy. Deals so much damage even though he's not even well equipped. Yeah. Cool.
Little bit? Yes? Gift?
Yes,
Aye, there.
Gift record.
Indeed.
Yeah, it would suck if you had to fight all these fuckers. Blades of these weapons have warped after prolonged exposure
Thanks
to the
for letting me
double dip on word mangling.
along. The dead fire is awfully big for this little Orlin.
Fireless in death, this warrior's body is being ceremoniously prepared for cremation. What else are they going to create then?
Who's right primed for a bashing?
Tell me we aren't gonna fight them all at once. Better yet, what if we didn't fight them at all?
Well, I've got news for you, baby. Ready? We're not fighting any of them if we can help it. There's a heat about him. Flicker of honor. Potion of invisibility, you say?
What?
Oh, the ornate Ashen key. Cool. Oh, through we go. Means maybe we can go steal stuff from Sansa's map emporium. Don't intend to rifle through his secret stuff.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gon survives it?
Low. When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back. All of you.
Kith,
Oh,
how is it you have come to be here? Nay, it is of little matter.
sorry to interrupt this impressive dialogue, Bathor, but you're less important than real people. And I have a treat for you, my real people. Hardbot has an option called giveaway. Jimbles set up his own custom giveaways because I bought a copy of the Humble Bundle for Vampire the Masquerade, obviously. $15, and I got a bunch of games I didn't already have and did want. But it came with some bonus games. So, I found a way for you to spend some of your points, panel points. And if you win the raffle, you get, actually it is a raffle, you will get a copy of Vampire the Masquerade Night Road for Steam. Why 1 to 3? raffle 1 to 3. So we are testing it out, so I hope something happens. I haven't noticed it give me... It doesn't give me a note whether you have or not. Let's see if I raffle... Raffle... Looks like I don't have any entries here. Points aren't going down here. Yeah, we're still fiddling it around. Cost. Or to win. Okay, well, we'll fiddle with that in a little bit. Maybe as there's a delay. Points aren't going down as the thing. Ruffles. Of course, that makes much more sense. Oh my god. Jimbles. This Jimbles. Use raffle? Maybe you don't have enough points. Oh. Yeah, wow. Okay. I can see not many people have many points. I think it uses a separate queue. Yes, okay. I know the answer. Each ticket costs 200 points. The points is much lower than the SIPs, which is separate. Let's see if I can alter it. Can't edit it while it's in those entries. No. Cancel. Everyone, thank you for your patience. Instead of 200, we're going to go 5. Yeah, you have 38k SIPs, which is separate. Now, try that, because the loyalty points is a separate database. And I can see here, Comrade has 26. Now give it a go, huh? I don't have time for this. I need to get to Aethys quickly.
And to do that without my permission, you would need to triumph over the Rithul.
Try raffle 3. He signals for his warriors to close in around you. How do you see your points? I don't know how you see each of your points. I can see your points. Not particularly helpful. Both of you have enough to... Yes! Both of you have enough to put in 3 tickets. Yes! Alright! Okay, cool. That part worked. When it ends... Supposed to be 3 hours, but I'll end it early. This is a test. I will give the winner a copy of Night Road, which I highly encourage them to check out. Now, that's cool, but I'm going to be doing it again next week for a copy of Shadows of New York, and the week after for a copy of Coteries of New York. Other games. Yes, but those SIPs are not the Streamlabs collab points. Points are made up, yes. The points don't matter. Okay, how often is it going to remind them? Because I think that's going to get annoying. Settings. E. Oh, cool. All right. Every 50... No. I think every 100 chat lines, it'll... Right. Your pride worth more than the lives of your warriors? Can you afford to lose any more right now?
Think you could fell even one of my warriors?
Kidding me?
You may be right. Even one loss is a blow I cannot currently risk. Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen in revenge against Magran and her Athun.
Warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping down his... His surrounding warriors clang their weapons against the chests or the floor, clamoring for blood.
What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Magran?
You know what I'm selecting? And it's the I don't need to make a decision. That's my favorite kind, right? This would likely be where I get a mod to answer these sort of questions while we get it sorted, but like, this is a small little channel, just the Jimbles running the whole thing. And I think it's fun. What do you want? Option 1, Bereth wills that I intervene with Aethys. Option 2, that bastard crossed me and I'm gonna make him pay for it. Option 3, I couldn't care less if Aethys snuffs every one of you. I only need to discern his aim within the Deadfire. 4, my motives are mine to know and mine alone. 5, Aethys stole a part of my soul. I need it back. And 6, come to ask him about his intentions within the Deadfire. Foxy, you just like not using the poll interface? Just going up and like, yeah, Comrade did it? And again, you are in a delay. 20-ish second delay. Some fucking reason, man. Hey, streaming's complicated. I don't know if anyone's mentioned that, but I love having a handy excuse I can just point my finger at and be like, yeah, it's complicated, it's fine. Hey, thanks, Mako. Streaming is complicated. You mess around with tools you don't understand, you need to do it live. No poll interface. Yeah, fair enough. Cat on lap. Can't stop that from happening. I also... what was I saying? I also want to check out their collab cam because we intend to do something very special next Monday night. Read the documentation. Fuck you. And I know you do. Alright, poll closed. What do we have? Weak poll. Tie between 2 and 5. However, we did have 2 votes for 5. Just Luxy did not use the interface. So, Aethys stole part of my soul. I need it back.
Then you two have cause against Aethys, as we do.
Clearly.
We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor.
Fuck yeah. The Warlord gestures to the shrine of Magran behind him.
The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
Number 2 is good. I'll read it out even though I'm going to press number 1. Lie. Let me through. Aethys will listen to me and leave. Trust me. We go way back. Anyway, 1. Let me through. I'll speak to Aethys and convince him to leave this place.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such
a thing.
For
fuck's sake. He shakes his head. His eyes burn, fiercely intent.
We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton.
Bethacton. He shoves his shoulders back with pride.
Our high priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
Have the talk.
I heard shouts of your triumph preceding you. It would seem you are unparalleled among your kind.
Isn't that odd?
And mine. You are without the Brenthis, so I must assume she has returned to the Everflame.
He was not pleased. The markings on his skin dim briefly.
What became of the Ancient? Jorda Fairless? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Face beat red, Jodie chokes, pounding on her chest as she struggles for air. We didn't kill!
Oh, who needs some old lizard anyway?
We didn't kill him. Warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning to her companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
Grunts non-committally. The dragon is forsaken here. He falls silent, crawlings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength.
He shakes his head in the motion grave. You're fucked. Like, you don't have to attack.
If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Magran forsake us for our failures.
God.
You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the talk of the Other Flame. But we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiler.
We should move quickly. Always seemed real cold to me for a fire god. Like she'd rather see you die struggling than offer help.
Massive.
I can see the fury burning in her eyes. What a hateful goddess.
Massive chains hold the weight of the shrine's conveyable platform. Stand before the shrine of Magran, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across her vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. The span of a single breath, everything falls silent. The Rathan behind you fade away. Flames either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound. But the heat is real, licking at your skin. And metal groans as Magran's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
The words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
The Rathan are preparing a final assault against Aethys.
Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came.
This is something I'm quite disappointed with. She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
Do you not care about the Rathun at all?
I formed the Rathun to serve, to ward against Kith in order to safeguard Ukaizo. Now they have served me. Their sacrifice is not without honor, as yours, too, will be.
This is an utter failure of a goddess of war and self-improvement and preservation. She's treating them like tools. Sure, that's mostly intended and fits with the harsh fire goddess, but like... fucking literally, why would anyone reach out to worship Magran in any way when you... after this, you know that she will toss you aside like a cruel, callous, evil god? This is turning her from a more reasonable, interpretable... She's become comically evil.
Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. Is that actually who she is? Clearly not, right? And Maker, yeah, the gods are hypocrites, especially this one. And it bugs me. I wanted a moment of Magran to be like, look, it's gonna suck. I need to blow up this volcano. They're gonna do their job, and I'm gonna keep them, as many of them alive as possible by letting the cleansing flame improve all of them. Some of them are gonna die in the process, but I'm gonna burn away their weakness. I will strengthen them as much as possible. Wanted to totally validate shitty mixture too. Well, Durance loved Magran throughout most of the game until he realized that she betrayed him, right? Like, actually validating his point of view would be more akin with what I'm saying she should be doing, i.e. I'm gonna forcibly improve them through my fire magic. It's gonna hurt them a lot, but the ones that live are gonna come out even better. Not even trying. An avatar of the golden goddess, flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathless. It's not better? No. It's not better, but it is more Magran. I still wouldn't think Magran is a good god or good divinity, but it would be closer to how I feel like that people could see a benefit in her presence. Interact with the shrine. Not better, of course not. It's fucking awful, but it's not a comically evil god. Just a regular evil god. The statue of Magran towers above you. Bloodied and battle-ready, the goddess clutches both sword and shield. This feels like a Wodekin. Yeah. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron-studded altar rests between two unlit braziers. The top of the altar has been hammered with silver water smooth, except for a single circular groove notched deep in the center of this slab. Charred bits of metal, leather, and bones are piled in the interior of the circular grooves, the remains of prior offerings to the goddess. Talk. Braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowl. Lava eddies beneath iron grating the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue itself seems to wake, metal groaning and rasping as the shrine moves. We talk. Endurance was all about, like, she will burn away your weakness. It will suck, but you will come out better on the other side. You know, actually, my trauma made me stronger, lol. The divinity. But this is not true. She's just like, you will be a tool for me, lol. And that's bad. They've done better with the divinities before. Like, they've been mostly a lot of, you're awful, fuck you. But there have been shades of, I see why people might turn to you. The statue of Magran towers above you, eyes flaming, fists gripping her instruments of war. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron-studded altar rests between two blazing braziers. In the center of the altar, the talk of Bithakten brightly burns, an offering to Magran. Send into the depths of the Ashen Moor. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops, a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins steadily lowering into the moor. As the shrine cranks lower into the moor, Aethys' colossal Adra-carved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from souls whirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. Yeah. Braziers, not braziers. Yeah, the braziers and brazier mistake was such a iconic miscommunication in Dungeons and Dragons, but it was mentioned in the 3rd edition player's handbook. I don't think that's particularly amazing. I just think it's... There you go. Attack at range, use your weapons. Her weapon isn't that great. It's the lantern and the sickle, but very thematic, so we're doing it anyway. Kids are just tools for the gods. Yes, and we will have a revolution after we talk to Aethys that really makes that very clear. I can't wait to tease you with it when you hear it. Prove clear out. Again, chopping wood. It's all enemies around them. Bonus penetration lowers armor. Excellent. Get you better gear. Which, by their standard rating system, won't let me play anything particularly horny, and that's, you know, fine.
You're certain he wanted us all to come?
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the power of my god.
Why did I bring show to you? Why wouldn't you? Hey, buddy.
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most.
The most incredible voice acting. I love talking to Aethys. I look forward to it every time.
Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Oh my god. You're really, this can't.
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet. even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Go on. Your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red.
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow.
Ashley.
Shodi stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled over.
I have no issue with Ashley Johnson narrating something. It is very lovely, but I wanted to do it.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
Option 1. I don't know. Whatever the reason, I'm still standing. 2. In my soul. It always has been. Greatness is my birthright. 3. Each of us simply does the best we can. My trials have made me who I am. 4. I've had enough of this. I followed you into this damned volcano to get some questions answered. 5. Good fortune and good people have carried me the whole way. I do nothing without them. And 6. Remain silent. We tried to enlighten her, but it's a little baffling. Yeah, Loxie's exactly right. We certainly tried to be like, hey, stop carrying the souls. It's doing bad things to you. And she goes, okay, let's cleanse it. And she cleansed a little bit, but she's still acting pretty weird. Still having nightmares. Still picking up as many souls as possible. Like, I foreshadowed, essentially. Happen. Primarily because when I didn't, and I played it, we got abandoned, and I'm pretty sure the players would not enjoy. Hey, dead man. Thanks, man. Oh, you're just still making these nuts jokes. Probably grinding in some beautiful JRPG, and you're allowed to do that, my man. I hope Monday night has treated you well. Yeah, I think Deadman voted 4 because he can't choose like option 7, which is just leave. If it sucks, just hit the bricks. This advice brought to you by Duchesse and Liz Truss, former PM of the British Empire. Oh. Hashtag politics. I don't know, maybe I could turn into the next Hassan. I review leftist shit. I think I could. There we go. Complete poll. 3 was the most voted option with 66.67. Let's go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I get the feeling it's the same when I'm making jokes at Deadman and the other streams I watch. Odd. Anyway, each of us simply does the best we can. My trials have made me who I am.
You have done much in this life, it's true. But if it weren't for your past with Theos, with Iovara, you never would have come down this path.
Yeah, sorry I missed Sunday night, man. My ice just exploded. I was out of it.
But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
Can you turn for all the damage you've done?
No, not now. Not in your lifetime. Perhaps in 100 generations, the books and tongues of Kith will forget the name Aethys. A penance, paid in full, noted by none. That would be my absolution.
I'm going to do something horrible, and all I need you to do, the best thing that happened.
You're just gonna wait for us to forget what you did? That's your penance?
Good job,
There
Adair.
stands in a broad posture, the one he so often takes when placing himself between friend and foe. His neck is sharply craned to meet the unblinking stare of his god.
With this writing, he should have just been a straight-up fighter. But he's a fighter rogue.
How about you start by giving back the souls you took? Or maybe by apologizing to every one of your followers, especially the ones that died for you.
The molten rock of Magran's teeth gleams bright orange in his eyes, and he looks like a man overtaken by a furious spirit.
No, I didn't. 15 seconds ago? I don't know. Was it me? I was pretty quiet. I said, I'm going to do something terrible. And the thing I need the most is that you forget that I ever had to do it. And then Adair, like, calls him out for it as well. So I don't have to. I agree with Adair.
You owe this Watcher here. You owe my brother Woden, and every last one of us that ever followed you. And you owe me. I never asked you for much, but you owe me better than what you're given.
I cannot atone for my mistakes with words alone, Adair. I know this now. It is why I began this journey and why I must move on.
Yeah, the noise gate is a little tetchy.
But you have come here for other answers. Why I have returned. Where I am going. Am I answering to you? Or to Berith?
After all you've done, I think every creature that lives and breathes on Aora needs to know.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Magran is prepared to take drastic measures to stop you.
Magran fears what I will do. Just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Aora or in all of hell to stop me.
Larksy, yes he did. He only gave words and a small amount of power to Widewin. Saint Widewin. That's a big part of it here. And it's not made it really explicitly clear that this is... Those sort of attempts were the same plan.
Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
What are you gonna do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another.
Spoiler-wise, I'm not telling you. Watch and find out. Waffo.
It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Quit dancing around the question.
A fair request. I suppose your time is more limited than mine.
Give me back my fucking castle.
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Ooh. How do we feel about that?
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Aethys to you.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
Even your words could be corrupted by the leaden key in the hand occult.
It is what we have tasked them with for thousands of years. Even their clumsiest attempts to cloud the truth can be easily accepted by those who want desperately to believe it.
It's a big line for me.
And so have the gods, with their help, maintained this illusion for hundreds of generations.
Hit me up, Loxy.
But even a beautiful illusion is still a lie, obfuscating reality even as it points to a transcendent truth.
He's facing to the left.
The time has come for
Yes.
a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind.
He's looking left. And also, that body is not forged of muscle. So it doesn't matter. That head could probably spin around the whole way. Time has come for a new covenant. Fucking hell.
I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life.
End dialogue.
When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die.
Yeah, baby!
And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
You like it?
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
As a quick refresher, the Great Wheel is a mechanism and clearly a physical object as well. Bareth controls that ensures rebirth in the universe, in this setting. It does not create rebirth and reincarnation, but it makes it perfect. It makes it not fuck up. Aethys's plan is to destroy it and tear down the rest of the divinities. Fucking amazing. Fucking stupid? No!
Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel.
Shit.
We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth.
I pressed. What? So.
We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Both gods and mortals rely upon the wheel. We depend upon it for the souls that give us power. I'm glad I clarified, Max. It's funny because it's 20 seconds ago. Yeah, exactly.
Go on, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
Priestess.
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to take it from her.
Ella's like, oh yeah, still doing your duty, even though the world's about to explode around us.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate.
Aethys, you fuck.
Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect what is intended for me.
Shit. Shouldn't have started the poll. Anyway. Option 1. It's much appreciated. 2. This doesn't make us even, you know. 3. I didn't ask for your help and I don't want it. 4. Oh, praise Aethys. What an amazing gesture. 5. Say nothing. Considering all the troubles. You know what's really funny? The thing that I thought happened in this dialogue didn't. And I've been teasing you with it, so I may just drop it after this dialogue. No, I know it happens after. We speak to the divinities after this. Because they want an update on how the conversation with Aethys went. Yeah. And that's when we get out of them. Ooh, 2 votes for 4. Very good, very good. I try to hold votes on dialogue options that I believe change responses and Slam's attitude. It would change Slam's attitude instead of just like repeat the thing we've done over and over. You know, which is be snarky but kind. I bet you, Alexi. Very good. Well, let's move things along because I really want to do the other dialogue before we finish tonight, so... Yeah, you can change your vote, Alexi. Put the two of you in a room together so you can like, actually fight. Verbally. Or awkward. Just be awkward at each other. I think that's much more likely. Just rattling your cage, don't worry. Rolls eyes. Oh, praise Aethys! What an amazing gesture.
For your sake, I will ignore that.
Eat shit.
Brace yourself, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Hey, Aethys. We're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest.
I love Adair.
Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys' great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys' body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
That punched me right in the chest. Okay. Why wouldn't I be?
Since we've parted, you've become someone else. I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys' hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves.
Sorry, you two. I actually definitely wanted to ask the question why not, because then you get the dialogue that's like, we've become separate. And when we rejoin, we are different. And we are no longer me, we become us once more.
The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him, back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to the wheel? The soul observes you, waiting. I am.
This is worth voting for. While you vote, I'll talk for a little bit. Andra, damn girl, chill. Yeah, comrade, good point, right? And I think it's really worth mentioning and bringing to attention about how much the divinities are desperate, clamoring, trying, fucking doing everything they can to destroy Aethys. And they don't care how many people it hurts. They don't care how many Kith they need to kill and return to the wheel. Because they're returning to the wheel. They'll be back. Don't worry about it. They don't need to worry. The physical bodies may die, but they'll come back. Who cares? They can destroy you. They can destroy the Watcher. I'm going to ruin the plans of Boudica. Doesn't matter. They will return to the wheel, and the best part about a Watcher is that they'll awaken once again, and they have everything they needed to know beforehand, and they can do the divinity's bidding once more. And Aethys is the one being that says, this can't go on. I must stop it. I must stop this stupid curse, this stupid endless pain and suffering. And I tried to do something and show people the truth, and they killed me. Now I'm going to make them see, because I'm going to destroy something that gives these divinities power. I'm taking it away in some capacity. I've tried every other way. This is all I've got left. At least that's what I pick up, you know? He said he's tried everything with words. So who's the villain? Berith? Kills everything? Takes death, returns you to the wheel, and puts you back in a new body. Or the divinity that seems so sad as they walk across the dead fire to destroy something, and occasionally you interrupt them and they fuck up. And then he has to kill people, and he's so sad about when he does. Who's the villain? Two, the most voted option. Two, I will do everything I can to save these poor souls before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul.
Everyone's not a bad option maker. Maybe everyone's the villain. Everyone's causing pain and difficulty and should be stopped as a narrative choice. Maybe the Watcher is a villain. Maybe you've chosen the cruel dialogue options 400 times and you've been mean to your companions and you've told it there that you don't care about his potential son who is not actually his son or his brother. Someone's got to do something. What are you going to do? And these sort of dialogue options, these questions feel so much more real and deep and important than some of the other... Yeah, Chris. A bit of a dick, that's for sure. Maybe...
Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still... And it's time for us to go. Together.
1. Together. 2. No. You stay. Or 3. Say nothing. While you vote, I'll rant a little more. These questions are important to me because they're more interesting than light side or dark side. Light side or dark side. Or questions over whether light side is actually good or dark side is actually evil. I don't believe Aethys is a hero. I don't believe he's doing the right thing, TM, but I believe he absolutely wants change because the current scenario is only benefiting a group of people he's part of, and he recognizes how much that's hurting everyone else beneath him. Pretty cool. He seems so remorseful when we talk to him, but he does not seem anything other than 100% resolute. It's okay to not have an opinion maker. There are a lot of people in the VODs, and shout out to everyone in the VODs who are just enjoying the story as we talk it through. Larksy, knowing his plan, do you want him to stop? Doesn't seem at all remorseful. I pick it up, and maybe that's just my projecting. Anyway, we've got a lot of votes. Might actually hit 1 now. Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys' hand, back into your body.
Now, I forgot this thread twice, so I'm going to say it now before I forget it again. Jimbles, why were you so upset when some part of yourself reached out and said, Mako, it's not a competition. I don't need to make you care about anything. I just need to show you how I feel. Being a personal presenter, I'm only telling you my emotions. They're not meant to change your mind. They're meant to make you like me. Also, Cormac, I really like that line of thought. Anyway, the train of thought I was missing. Why was I so upset when part of you reached out and said we were one and we have become different? Do you want to be one again? No part of it there said that I am only one part of your soul. I am half of your soul. You are the other half of the soul. There's only two. It's relationships, man. It's investing yourself. It's seeing parts of yourself reflected in another person. And part of you wishes so deeply and desperately to be reunited in some way, close to one another, craving each other, feeling safe and secure and together as being a unit, a combined thing. Through a time apart, you were asked, we have changed, we may no longer be the same thing. Want it again?
You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them.
What?
Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
Aethys could clearly stop you at literally any point, and even if you outwardly tell him that you are going to destroy him and will not let him complete his goal, he still saves you, your crew, your party, and gently puts you on your way. Not in an arrogant, daring you to throw your might against him in a way that they will destroy you. A way that says that maybe you're right. Maybe you should keep going. You should try.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo?
Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel?
Going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
If that's the case, why would he explain his plan to you? I think these are the divinities that have been like Aethys specifically has been the closest to a divinity that actually cares about you in any fiction I've found in a long time. While I'm generally pretty anti-divinity and anti-religion, he gets it. I fall for his shtick closer than others. Pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate at distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hazanu Ikaru's boots scrape against Tyler's sheep.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him. Destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
Shakes her head and chuckles with grim appreciation.
It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
It is a coup.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Onakaza rests her chin on her fist and considers. The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The intention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. I'm fine, not that anyone asked.
You bear witness to the work of the gods. It seems they are not finished with you yet.
You look about as befuddled as I feel, Watcher.
You know, every time you come back from the dead, it's a little less exciting. You gotta space it out more.
Why would anyone remove Adair from the body?
It seems you've been talking in your sleep about Aethys' plan to destroy the wheel. Our friends here are understandably concerned.
Right awkwardly the assembled leaders.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw.
Onakaza gestures to you with an open palm.
The dead fire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
Looks to each of the envoys in turn.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Do you believe the gods are placing them anywhere? Do they care? Castol glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks at the bottom at the boom of a door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall. As everyone turns toward the noise, her hand raised to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed a blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
That is in some way what Aethys is trying to do, comrade. It's just spurred on by another powerful rich person.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
Monikaza narrows her gaze past the open door.
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
Monikaza begins to rise, but the courier speaks up ahead of her.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principe are...
Yeah, there are 4 factions in Deadfire, fuckers.
Well, what have we here?
Captain Aeldes! Confident voice booms from the open door. The motley sailors who don't hold the Tawana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, Lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, swollen-necked, glinting in the white light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Monikaza grips the handrests of her throne as if ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
She glowers in the direction of the throne.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to Aeldes from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principe captain swivels her pistol to aim straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas.
She grins magnanimously.
Then all bets are off again, aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
She crosses her arms, the wooden hand groaning.
Right you are. However...
The narrow-eyed look she settles on the room is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
Yeah, thankfully, right? All of us must plan for the inevitable, even if we cooperate, Aethys.
Do you think so little of our chances? The Huana are built to outlast, I say.
If Aethys wins, not you all die.
Deadfire's last cataclysm stripped the tribes of Ukaizo. This one will bring it back to us. All of this is meant to be.
Monikaza balls her hand into a fist and nods, flaring her nostrils.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
Using the barrel of her gun, she tips her hat back curiously. Aethys is going there to break the reincarnation cycle.
Well, fuck, if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
Their souls will be trapped in the in-between.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done.
Sorry, comrade.
Watcher, you know best of all of us.
If he's heading to Ukaizo, then the time for speeches is over.
I said, our only hope is to reason with him. Sorry, everyone. I know that's really not what you want to do.
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority.
The pensive, focused look sharpens the lines on her face. Presses her cheek with the fingers of her wooden hand.
Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms.
She narrows her eyes, watching the others.
Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
Oh, Mega, of course you like Captain Aeldes. You probably would have loved the time she told us to go kill a bunch of slavers, which I loved a lot as well. I can sense Aethys and Andra's mortar. My soul calls out from inside him.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
Scratches a chin, an eager glimmer in her eyes.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
A hush falls upon the room as Anakaza makes her proclamation. Here we go. We're not going to get to the dialogue I really wanted to get to, which is a shame. It is 10 o'clock. I want to finish this cutscene and then we will save and end for the night. But just in case you need to head off at exactly 10 o'clock, I will let you know that next week I will be live, but I will be playing the Blackout Club. That is potentially a surprise, but who knows if I've given up the ghost too early. Shit, I'm playing a game with Dead Man's Tea Party and Full Security and Golem King. It'll be good fun. A Halloween special for Halloween night. A very spooky game. I don't know if we're going to get the collab cam up and running so you can see all our faces, but if you watch live on my channel, you'll see at least my face. And out of the four of us, I'm the one with the face, so maybe I win on that one, right?
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
Arguing like this is going to get us all killed or worse.
But do you not see? Their attachment to this fanciful mythology outpaces all reason. They would risk everything, all for the sake of some misremembered past.
Yeah, exactly, Dead Man.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
Rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw thoughtfully. And she crooks you a cunning grin. Sorry for giving up the secret if that was too early, Dead Man.
While whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
He shoots a meaningful stare at the pirates.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
He nods to you.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists.
Onakaza glares at the assembled dignitaries. Yeah, well, here you go, fuckers. I told you it would come to a point. We need to choose a faction. Today.
With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
You nod slowly, holding your gaze all the while.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest.
Oh, comrade, we may end up sailing there by ourselves.
The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
With that, Castor turns to stride away, his shoulders set in a rigid line. Not so much as a final farewell. Aeldes tips her head to her armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrived.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
We're all fucks. Studying you carefully, Onakaza nods and gestures for her attendants to clear the room.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
Forge alliances or prepare your ship for a hard voyage. The game tells you you can go it alone, man. Don't. Fuck, I love this game. we got to another point. One of the several, there were quite a few, but one of the major points, like the payoff, the Wham episodes, this is why Jimbles loves this game, right? That talk with Aethys, how he makes me feel, the reasons why. Oh, it just touches me deep inside in such a beautiful way. I love the game, and I'm so glad to be sharing it with all of you, live on Monday nights, and in VOD form. Cheers to everyone watching on VOD, including Luxie, who had to catch last episode's VOD, so it works. Sincerely, it's been such a beautiful adventure to go through this many episodes of Pillars of You. Like, I will note that we are on episode 28, right? That's a long fucking time. I think I have the Blackout Club next week, and the week after that we'll probably do a little bit more Pillars of Eternity for a little bit, but we will take a break at some point and I'll do some more Vampire. Now, I believe we had that's a poll that I didn't close, but we also had a giveaway that we're going to finish. The first of 3-week giveaways. Yeah, 3-week giveaways. We're going to close the entries and see if we have a winner. So far, we have one person. Congratulations, comrade. I will send you a direct message on Twitch with your copy of Vampire the Masquerade Night Road. Next week, we will have Shadows in New York. This is what you get for joining in and commenting and having a lot of fun in chat. I think I've shown the successful entrance. Yeah, exactly. Default. Congratulations. I'll send that to you soon. Okay? And I hope you have a very lovely night. I will see you again for Wednesday night. We have some lovely Stranger of Paradise, which I've been having a lot of fun playing. So otherwise, I will see you again.